Live once again.
As we load in here, wait to get this race underway. The Boston Bruins have just scored another goal in the outdoor game at Lake Tahoe, chat. I know you're all big hockey fans.
All right, so completely dry race. I'm very happy about this. Actually, pretty excited about seeing a dry race happen.
Absolutely. Tommy, I don't play F1. I don't know how it works. Okay. Just taking a moment here to load. It seems like it's taking a long time to load.
That might be my fault, just because I'm joining the session late, technically.
Okay, and that's the end of the timer. And we are about to begin our formation lap.
Okay, finally, we're here.
So let's take a look at the tire choices.
So we got Rogue with the medium tires, Ruda, his teammate, in the mediums as well. Gypsy, though, he's going to want to go a little bit quicker than the two Ferraris in front of him on the soft tire. With Astronaut looking to put up some big points tonight. Last 2 weeks has not performed. In the past 4 weeks, he has picked up penalties too that have affected his standings in the race. Sahil on the soft tires. He'll be looking to go a little bit quicker as well. Sim Black Fox, he's on the medium tires, so he's looking to go the long stint here at Suzuka. I think the soft hard is going to be the better option. Fife.
Yeah, we'll see. You know me, when it comes to knowing tire strategies for F1, it's one of the places I struggle with. I never really know what the call to make is. I was always asking my race engineer to just tell me.
Rosefest, he's on the soft tire. Mr. Hood is on the medium tire. The Action on the medium tire. Babushka on the soft tire. Righteous Fire going back on the medium tire. Nile on the soft. Van in P13, he's on the medium tire. Stewie 3K on the hard tire. The Peach on the medium. The Gaziega is also on the medium. And C. Josh in last place is on the medium tire. So there are your tires and your grid lineup. Fife, any last minute predictions here?
I'm going with the Rogue Ruta 1-2. I've seen it before, so I think we'll see it again tonight. But again, like I said, the new member here from MRL unfortunately had to start at the back, so I'm going to be watching him. I love watching people charge from the back of the field, make up positions. Chat, Tommy saying Fox out of nowhere for the win.
Fox.
It could happen.
It very well could. So now we're seeing all the drivers take their spots. So medium hard or soft medium is going to be your tire strategy. All right. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the grid for the Japanese Grand Prix. 5 lights will come on. 5 lights.
Don't worry. We the hosts see the lights before the racers actually see the lights. It's just another wonderful feature that Codemasters included.
And the lights go out, and away we go here at Suzuka in the turn number 1. Wow, Astronaut had a huge start over Ruta as he goes up to P2 already as they go through turn number 1, and he is right on the back of Rogue. Astronaut trying to find a gap and try and get on the inside of Rogue to take P1 because he knows he has the tire advantage, but he's not able to find that door open quite yet as they go through the first sector, and they're going to go through sector 2 right now and absolutely just flying through here as they go under the bridge and go up towards the hairpin. 5, what a great start there by Astronaut getting up to P4, getting up to P2.
Yes, and Babushka and the Williams also having a really good start. Started down in 10th, and he moved up to 7th on that start. Looking very strong right now.
Chipsy, he's looking to go on the inside of Ruda before they go to 130R, but he's not able to find the door open quite yet. So he's just going to stick on the inside. Has to use some of that ERS.
Righteous is
Whoa.
sliding. Righteous is off. I saw a piece of wing go flying. He had any contact. It didn't appear that way, but he is off course.
Righteous Fire, he is off course, but he does look like he still has his wing. We're going to get right back to this battle for third, though, as
look at the
Ruda
front.
here. The defense by Ruda right now against Chipsy is absolutely superb. As Ruda now, he has half to defend for his life, but Chipsy, he has a soft tire, gets in that slipstream, and he is going to make the pass happen in the turn number 1. What a pass. And Ruda, he's going to be shaking his head on that one, not being able to defend in the turn 1.
I mean, here the tire difference is coming into play. Let's not forget that. Chipsy on the soft, Ruda on the mediums. Obviously, he's got a little more grip than him, and in the long run, we'll see how it works out because he's going to have to pit well before Ruda does.
Looking at the intervals right now, Astronaut, he is within a half a second, and now Rosefest, he is out of this race.
Yes, we have a save. Oh, yellow flags. Must be VSC.
VSC is out. That is what I am getting on the computer.
And it's unfortunate for Rosefest.
That is very unfortunate for Rosefest. He was having, I thought he could have a great race this week, but not in the cards for him. But something between him and Stewie happened, so we will probably see that in the reports this week, and we'll bring you the update next week on what happens with that. So now we are under a full course caution right now, so that's definitely going to slow some things up. These guys want to go, but, sometimes that's not possible.
Yep, you got to make sure you're not going too quick.
Yes, Tier 1 has been absolutely horrible this season on picking up penalties on virtual safety cars. No, actually, it is a full course safety. It is a full course safety car.
Oh, it is. Why is it not telling me that it's... Oh, I don't know. But, yep, there it is. I see it on track now. I thought that was the Renault spun out. Yellow dot. And MRL Sejoss has left the session.
No, he's still in.
His AI is still in.
Oh.
Which is a penalty here, of course. You cannot leave the game and leave your car on track, so hopefully that's just a DC and he is coming back.
So our first safety car of this session, we are seeing some guys pit. We see the Peach and Stewie 3K pit early. They're switching on to those medium tires. So surprised not to see more guys fall into the pits early, but also at the same time, we're only 2 laps into this race. Josh, he is joining back in though, so it must be just a connection issue. So
Chad is saying that he crashed.
He crashed and he's rejoining. And
those guys are out of the pit now, and they'll get the opportunity to catch back up.
I'm curious to know if this is just a bug on Asher on my end, but it's showing the gas indicator on his telemetry, and I'm curious, did Mr. Astronaut forget the fuel all the way back up? Or did he mess with his fuel? Because do you see that too, Fife?
What are you seeing here? I see fuel mode 2, yes.
Okay, but do you see on his gas indicator how it's lit up right now? On the in-game telemetry.
Oh, I don't have the in-game telemetry viewable.
Oh, my.
But I will take a look at that. I get telemetry from SimHub. So, yeah, it says yellow fuel. It's been a while since I've played F1, but I feel like I don't remember fueling the cars in F1.
I don't know what is going on, but we'll we'll have to, if he wins this race, if we get to interview him, we'll
It's
be able
gone
to.
now, is it? No, I'm looked at
Nope,
Chipsy.
it's still there. I'm looking at his vehicle status, and looks like he is down on fuel by 0.3 laps. So I think he used it very, very early.
Oh, right. See, I remember now. You don't fuel the cars in F1. He just ran hot. He ran hot too long. Rich. Fuel mode 3. It's all coming back to me now.
Well, we're still under safety car here at Suzuka at the Japanese Grand Prix. Rogue is your leader of this race in the Ferrari, and the Ferrari's looking real strong here. Ruta's down to P4, sadly. He's lost 2 positions since the start of this race, but because of Astronaut and Chipsy being on that soft tire, wouldn't it be surprising, because we're under this full course safety car, if they try and gun for the lead here. They are on the softer compound, so Rogue is going the distance here, but it'll be kind of surprising to see what the pit strategy will be.
I expect the safety car will come in this lap. The field has caught back up. The stream is now frozen for me. That could just be me needing to refresh the page.
Yeah, it's not frozen on my end. My internet's not going down. Don't freak me out like that.
That's what I was worried about.
But it's okay. We are still in this action as we are seeing Rogue. Safety car is in this lap.
These guys need to get closer. They're a little bit spread out here.
Yeah, and now Rogue, he's going to back this field up. And let's see what happens here as we get ready for the restart. They're going to go through the chicane or the Bermuda Triangle. And now, here they go. Rogue, he gets a terrific start. And he has that overtake button on. But Astronaut, he is right behind him. Same with Chipsy. These guys are absolutely battling for the lead. But now here comes Astronaut. He's going to go down the inside and turn 1, but he spins.
No!
But he spins.
Oh,
and now
he almost rejoins unsafely into Ruta.
What happened there? I think he just went super hard into turn 1. He did not.
Those guys took off. They gapped in so quickly.
They were just ready to go, and now Chipsy and Rogue are going to go at each other now for the lead of this race. And Astronaut, he falls down to P7, and he is going to have to battle back against a bunch of cars in front of him, including a Red Bull and a Williams.
Yeah, that Williams up in P5 from P10, so nice job by
Babushka. He has had probably the unluckiest season of F1 you could probably ever have. He qualifies really well. He races super well. And then something happens to him always in the race. So, knock on wood. Hopefully nothing happens to him this race. It'd be nice to see him actually be able to get some points this week and just end this season on a high for sure.
And unfortunately, on the restart at the back of the field, we had some contact between the Peach and Stewie, and they have been spat out the back here now. Looks like maybe the action was caught up in it too, as he's been gapped by the field. Ruta around the final turn. He's been pretty well gapped now. This interval up to 2.5 seconds almost now. But Chipsy's staying right with Rogue at only a half second behind as they enter into turn 1 and 2.
And what a beautiful shot of turn 1 as we're seeing all the cars come on through. And you are right, Chipsy, he is sticking right to Rogue and getting that DRS, which will be nice. But these tires are going about 5. We're at 5 laps right now, and I wouldn't be surprised because of the tire wear right now. Chipsy right now sitting at 22% on the on the front left tire. So the tires are in pretty decent shape. Let's check Rogue's here. Rogue is in at 18%. So these tires are wearing about the same, almost the same. You could go maybe 2 extra laps further than the soft tire here at Suzuka.
Just taking a look at some action further down the field. Joss right up on the back of MRL teammate Ghazi. Righteous is in P10, right where he started. Van up 4 positions tonight, which is really good for him, in 9th. Some battle starting to take place now between Astronaut and Sahil. And I believe Astronaut must have had another issue because he had been ahead of Sin a few seconds ago when I had looked away.
Well, Astronaut spun all the way down to P7 and rejoined unsafely. Now he is having to push very hard. He has had to use his overtake quite a lot. So, but he does overtake Sahil quite easily, and he is going to go into turn 1. Again, beautiful shot.
Babushka really challenging on Sin right now. He is right there.
Babushka in the Williams, helping his team this week, putting up some big points, especially if he stays here, finds a way to get up past Sim Black Fox. But you got to remember, this is also because of tire advantage. Tire advantage on this track is obviously working in favor of the guys in the soft tire. But like I said, you could maybe go an extra lap or two on these mediums over the softs.
You think?
Yes.
Only a couple of laps?
Only a couple of laps. It really depends. I'm looking at Chipsy. Chipsy's sitting at 29% wear on his soft tires, but Rogue is sitting at 21% wear.
Not too far apart.
Not too far apart. And that's kind of significant in the terms of pit strategy, because especially if your setup is geared like Sim Black Fox. Sim Black Fox's setup must be really nice on his tires, because his tires are not taking too much wear. But Babushka, he is abusing his tires right now, as he is sitting at 33% on the rear.
Righteous has tapped Van in the rear. They get loose into the triangle, and nothing came of it, but there was some contact there.
Well, now it's
and
a
here comes
three-way.
Righteous, though. DRS
Righteous
past Van. Sorry about the interruption there, but Righteous overtaking Van down the straightaway.
Yeah, and also C-Josh getting the overtake onto Van. And what a beautiful double overtake over there.
2 for 1.
In the turn number 1. And now Righteous, he's up to P9. C-Josh, who had an awesome performance last week at Singapore, is chasing down Righteous for that 9th position. Taking a look now at Mr. Hood, who is having to gun down this pack. And Astron, he's going to get the pass over Babushka.
Yeah, Babushka ran wide, hit the dirt, and had a little bit of a slide in the rear end there.
Well, it's cost him some time, because he has not only a Red Bull behind it, but he also has a Mercedes of Mr. Hood, who is just enjoying this slipstream right now, especially as they're coming through. What turn is that? I can't remember that turn, but we're coming through 130R, and what a great, this is a great train coming through here. It's a 5-car train, and you couldn't ask for anything more going into 130R.
And Mr. Hood right on the back of Sahil around him, but he might run it wide here. He keeps it on track, but Sahil is right there to the side of him as they line up the straightaway. And Sahil defends beautifully, stays ahead of him.
He does, and now the DRS is on.
Can you turn on sector times, Evie?
No. I don't have sector times. Oh.
You didn't get the team telemetry running?
I have the team telemetry, but I run it on a different computer.
Lap data? Yeah, lap data would be fine. There you go. A little bit more information for you guys over there. Let's see what's going on as we join back with our drivers here. Mr. Hood is now chasing Babushka.
And Babushka, he's right on the back of Sim Black Fox's Astron. He goes to P4. He is flying from positions. He went from P7. Now he's up to P4 in just a matter of 4 laps.
And he has that train behind him of 4 cars, 5 cars? 4 cars. So he's got to be careful. Those guys are right there.
As we're seeing the field now, Ruda, he is starting to slowly catch up to Chipsy, though, as they're going through the Bermuda Triangle and coming down the front straight. So Chipsy's tires are starting to become a little bit of an issue. They're in the 40%, and now the pit window is open for everybody. So if you are on that medium tire, you can decide to pit now, but you don't have to. But
inadvertently turned off telemetry data. when you turned on the interval, the sector interval.
Of course I did. Inadvertently. So wouldn't be surprising if we see some guys coming into the pits very soon. Astronaut being one of those guys. So he is battling very hard for this position. But Sim Black Fox, he is on those medium tires. He'll be able to go quite a long ways with these, I think. His tires are not in that bad of condition. But Babushka, he is having to not only battle for position, but he has Mr. Hood coming up the rear now.
And his tires are 50% wear, so they're going to start to feel a little slidey at this point.
Yeah, he has had to really use his tires.
And Joss now catching up to Sahil pretty quickly as well. And then further down the field, unfortunately, the gaps have all spread out. These guys down at the back end of the field doing some lonely racing out there tonight.
Sim Black Fox sitting in P5.
And here comes Ruda on Chipsy now in turn 1. And he makes it through on the inside. Sorry, not turn 1. The triangle as he lines up the finish straightaway here. He gets by Chipsy.
Chipsy's, he's going to fight right back, though, down the front straight. But Ruda, those tires have a much better grip now. And turn 1, he is just going to fly through because you got to have quite a good amount of grip going through there and to keep the speed going. So Chipsy, he falls down to P3, but wouldn't be surprised if he falls into the pits very soon. Like we said, the pit window is open, so wouldn't be surprised to see some of these guys starting the pit very soon. So Astronaut, those tires are at 55%. As you're seeing, he's going into the dirt. Must be having a problem with the grip now, but he is chasing down Chipsy for this podium position, the final podium position for P3. And what a great...
got through on Babushka finally.
Finally, he says. He is probably taking a huge sigh of relief, but Babushka's tires are becoming a question. I think he needs to pit this lap and get on that harder medium tire.
I think we're going to see something here between Sahil and Joss as they come down around Spoon. They'll be exiting headed for 130R, and we could see a pass there or perhaps on the start-finish straight.
And now Gazier, he has retired from the session. He is going to be out of this race, and who knows if that might set off a safety car. It does not at this time, and we're going to continue
I'm not sure
racing.
What happened. I did flip down and just saw him sitting on the side of the track, but I couldn't tell what had happened.
And now we're
see if we can get an update from our pit lane reporter, Kia, Marsfish3, giving me some information as it becomes available.
And now Josh, he is going to go for the overtake in the turn number 1 over Sahil, and what a beautiful overtake. And he's going to go ahead and just take off.
Astronaut's tires are probably not feeling so great right now. 60% wear in the front, about 55 in the rear. He wants to catch these guys. Doesn't want to let that gap get too big.
No, but here's a really interesting fact. Chipsy tires are about 10% less weared out than Astronaut. Astronauts, he is in the 60s
pushing that
on
front.
that front.
He is pushing the front.
Yeah, that front left tire is at 62%. And in Austria, this guy took his tires all the way because he ended up having a puncture coming into pit lane. So he is going to be somebody who is going to just go super hard on his tires. And now he's
making up a gap too. He's making up time on Ruda.
He is just flying through this track right now. What a drive by him. And Chips, he can't even keep up.
He's going to pit.
Yeah, he is pitting. Let's see. Is he going to go to the hard tire or the medium tire? I know he's a guy who likes the medium tire, and he is going medium tires. Let's see how quick his pit stop is. Nice pit stop. And he is going to continue on. But now we're seeing Astronaut. He is still on his hunt for Ruda. Ruda might want
Ruda's
to
have a little slide.
Ooh. Where are Ruda's tires at? He is almost getting into 50%. So, but I'm surprised on the driving ability of Astronaut here. He is pushing very hard to the point where his low his gas indicator is flashing. And according to his vehicle status on TT, it's negative 0.4 laps he has of fuel. So he is
that's not too bad.
But it's been kind of like that, so I bet he used just a little bit too much. But he, on the formation lap, accidentally, maybe. Very possible.
Or last lap. I mean, they're only running in lean, and they'll just make it right back up in the lean mode there. So I expect he'll make that fuel up in no time. 0.4 is not insurmountable at all.
As we're continuing to ride on board here with Astronaut, who is now a half a second within Ruda, but he is going to pits. He is into the pits. He realizes those tires cannot go another lap.
A lot of these guys will underfuel the car early and make up the fuel throughout the race so that they can be quicker early on.
No.
And he gets a really good pit stop. Wasn't very long at all for him.
No, so he's going to come out about P7, and as we saw him last time, now he's P9. But Mr. Hood, he's going to go into P3 of this race. Ruda, he's still going to keep his P2 position, and his tires are at the 50% mark. Rogues are as well, who has a 5-second lead over his teammate.
That's a pretty healthy gap. Now, I did say a Rogue Ruda 1-2. I'd love to see it.
Now we're seeing these guys battle. Chipsy, he is actually right behind Astronaut. About a second behind him, and Astronaut, he is having the battle with Righteous Fire, who is on 13-lap old medium tires. Astronaut, he is gonna have the fresh tire advantage with those fresh medium tires, but I wouldn't be surprised if Righteous tries and holds him up a little bit here and makes him battle for this P9.
You got to take a look at Sim Black Fox and C. Joss's tires. 13 laps, both of them. Almost identical tire wear on their tires.
Sim Black Fox, somebody who knows how to who just knows tire management very, very well. And he's also the head of our Aceta Corsa community. So he is, it doesn't surprise me to see him do very well with these setups. As C. Josh falls into the pits, he is going to move to the hard tire. And same with Sahil. Sahil is moving into the medium tire. Van, he's going to continue to go on these mediums. And these are 14-lap old medium tires now. So Sim Black Fox, he is doing a great job as he is gaining onto Mr. Hood now. And Mr. Hood, he's got to look out because his tires are past 50%. And Sim Black Fox is not there yet, but it looks like he doesn't even look like his tires are even that worn.
No, they're really not. I mean, 50% on the mediums feels okay. You see him push them into the 60s, no problem.
Now, Astronaut, he has moved up to P7 now. He's getting past Righteous Fire. And Chipsy, he is gaining on him as on the Righteous Fire as well, who's sitting P8 right now, who is on old mediums. Any penalties? No, not right now.
I'll take a look through the field real quick.
No, Kia, no penalties. No penalties at all.
Not a single one.
That is very surprising.
Wow.
Cleanest race we have had so far. Actually, we did have a penalty. Stewie 3K, he had a 5-second penalty for hitting Rosefest, but he looks like he served it already in the pit. So now
in the pit lane, yeah.
Now we're seeing this rampage done by Astronaut, who is now P6, and he's chasing down Van. Van is on old tires, but he's going to continue to go here as his tire management skills have proven to be worthy of holding this P5 position. Only 45% wear on those front tires, so very nice job from him.
The Astronaut just set the fastest lap of the race. Oh no, Van rubber banding a little bit in front of Astronaut. Astronaut not affected by that at all. And this is allowing the action to get right back into the mix of things here. Remember, the action had a bad restart after the safety car, got caught up in an incident, went to the pits, put the hard tire on. I think he went to the pits and put the hard tire on. I don't think he came out after the safety car with them on. I'm not 100% sure on that, but look at him now, 7th position. He can take those hards the rest of the race.
He could, but what what Van is doing right now with Astronaut, it's helping Chipsy too. Chipsy is trying to get up to Astronaut. That is the goal of his, because Astronaut can take the lead of this race very easily, considering that Rogue and Ruda are still out on the track and none of them have pitted.
They're going to have to pit pretty soon.
Ruda's going to go ahead and take the first opportunity to pit, so Rogue is wanting to increase that gap. He's not quite comfortable with the fact that Astronaut, he's already up to P5 as he overtakes Van, and now Chipsy, he has some ground to make up as he has the Action and Van in front of him. And now Ruda is pitting, and they're going to be pitting for the soft tires. The soft
Yeah, 10
tire.
laps to go. Why not? I'm actually
Why?
a little confused why Josh took the hards. There was 12 laps remaining. The mediums could have made it.
Yeah, they really could have. So now Chipsy, who is on the medium tires, is having the battle with Ruda now, who came out right in front of him. But he's going to get a nice DRS train coming out through these next few DRS zones. So Ruda, who's having to battle with Action right now, and he wants to get in front of him. So, and now Astronaut, he's going to take his P3 podium position before he pitted, and Sim Black Fox moves up to P2. Rogue, though, he has to pit at some point, and I bet it's going to be this lap, though. I don't think it is, though. He is going to continue to... will he continue to go on these tires?
Who are you talking about?
Rogue. Okay, Rogue does fall into the pits, so he's quite comfortable with the gap he gave himself over Astronaut. But the real question is, will Astronaut be able to catch up in time? No, he is not. Rogue is already out of the pits on the soft tire.
This will be Rogue's race to lose now.
And now we're just seeing a lot of action happening as, well, Van falls into the pits, and now the Action takes P4. And this is going to be really nice. This was conveniently timed for Chipsy and Ruda as they move up the leaderboard. And now Ruda, he is just right on the back of the Action into turn number 1. He's trying to go on the outside, but he doesn't find an entrance there. But
I'd love to tell you the condition of the Action's tires here, because I'm curious if he can make them last till the end. I don't know if he can or he can't, because his telemetry data is off.
How dare he? We shall... we'll punish him after the race. Not with the time penalty or anything, but we'll find a way to humiliate him within the org. So, but now
being told that Josh has damage, but his telemetry data is also off, so I cannot see what the damage is.
Oh no! Action has spun out into the hairpin, and now Ruda, Rogue, excuse me, Ruda, Chipsy, and Righteous Fire move on up, and Mr. Hood. Oh, that might come back to bite Ruda in the butt. I bet he got right into the back of Rogue, of the Action. So Ruda taking a podium position right now at P3. But Chipsy, can he hunt this man down? He is on 4-lap old mediums. Will the soft tire last 10 laps? Well, last the next few laps. That's the real question.
I definitely think it can. Ruda's a skilled driver, as we know, and I see no reason why he can't make them last. But that gap is small. It's only 2 seconds.
Now,
the real question is, can he catch Astronaut and give me my Ferrari 1-2 that I predicted?
Well, the real question is, will Astronaut catch Rogue, considering that Astronaut's been on a tear since his spin out?
Down in the back of the field, Josh gets by Stewie 3K. It might be Stewie 5K by now, I'm not sure. Righteous Fire, quietly up into 10th position.
Great day for the Williams, as they have 2 cars in the top 10. Babushka sitting in P8 as well.
Now the gap between Ruda and Chipsy has increased. It is now up to 3.2 seconds. It was 2.2 seconds last time we checked in. And the gap from Ruda to Astronaut doesn't seem to be coming down at all either. Rogue still holding that 7-second lead over P2.
That's going to be nice for Rogue. Rogue getting pole position, and he, as of right now, if he holds this position, will win this race. That will be a great result for him, and he would be able to secure the title with a win here.
No, I was not aware of that.
Actually, no, he doesn't secure the title now. No. He has to win 2 more races before he secures it. So he has to drive a nice, clean rest of this race. We have 7 laps remaining here at Suzuka. And Ruda, he is falling down to P3 from P2. So he has had to battle back as well as Chipsy. He is trying to chase him down, but he is 3.8 seconds back. Van, driver of the day is what you're saying. He's P9 right now. Babushka sitting P8. He's looking like a pretty decent driver of the day after having such unfortunate luck this season.
I don't know about a driver of the day for Babushka now, only up 2 positions. If he goes on and wins, I'll give it to him, though. But these gaps at the front don't really seem to be changing much. It is still 2 seconds from Astronaut down to Ruda, and the gap to Chipsy from Ruda is increasing by 1 second every lap.
Is that tire advantage, coming into play. Basically, Chipsy was on an alternate strategy. Oh, my Lord. Kia, stop spamming in the chat. You're going to get banned.
Oh, no, I gave him special permissions to spam.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
So he can spam.
So he could spam. Well, Ruda is catching up to Astronaut now, which is good for him. Might have to battle with him. This is another great race by Ruda. Ruda has had pretty unfortunate luck too.
Shout out to Cricket in the chat. Thanks for the sub, dude. Appreciate it.
Thank you for the prime.
The gap from Ruda to Astronaut is decreasing a little bit now. It's down to 1.5 seconds. He could pull this off. Closes up into turn 9 a bit. The rest of the gaps are pretty big here. Righteous now, though, is looking to overtake Van as they are driving through the S's. And I have to think after the hairpin, you'll see a move from Righteous on Van.
Yeah, it would be very, very interesting to see what happens. Stop spamming. Jeez.
Stop reading chat.
I just look up and all of a sudden it's just like, oh my Lord. But now we're seeing Righteous. He's going to go on the inside. Does he get the move stuck? No, he does not, because Van, he finds a better line. But no, these two have been racing against each other all weekend. Formula E, these guys were going at it hard, and now here in Formula 1, these two are wrapped up in a battle for position. And surprisingly, it wasn't for P9, but it was for P6. But now Van, he's going to go on the inside of the chicane, but he doesn't quite find the line as Righteous. He's going to take that position away from Van, and now Van, he drops a position down to P10.
Back up at the sharp end of the pack here. Ruda down to under a second to Astronaut.
Ruda
Mr.
looking
Hood.
strong.
Sorry there. Mr. Hood getting close to Chipsy as well.
Ooh, Chipsy. He's struggling here on the second half of this race. 22 laps here out of the 27 raced. Well, supposed to race, hopefully. 1 safety car tonight. Very good racing.
And Chipsy's got Mr. Hood approaching quickly at this point.
Yeah, he is chasing him down. I wonder if there's a problem with Chipsy right now. Chipsy is just not going fast at all on these medium tires. And now we're seeing as they come through 130R, and Chipsy, he's just going to keep his foot down and keep going flat out. But now Mr. Hood is going to go down the inside into the braking zone and clears him through the Bermuda Triangle and coming down the front straight. Wow, Chipsy, he is struggling.
4/10 now, 3/10 now between Ruda and Astronaut. These two are going to be battling in a second.
Well, let's keep our eye out because Astronaut, he does have his ERS down to 32%. And his tires are at 41% wear already at 8 laps. And Ruda, he's enjoying these tires. They're only at 36%. I wonder who has the tire advantage.
And as we said earlier, Astronaut was pushing those fronts a little bit harder than the rears. And again, he's doing it again. His fronts are 10% higher than his rears. So he overdrives the front of the car. Looks like literally pushing the front through because flying.
And now Ruda, he's going to try and work his way close to the back of Astronaut. He's got to do something here as they are coming to 130R now. Ruda, he's fast. He is a fast driver, a talented driver. And he's sent P10 in the championship.
And here he comes, using a little bit of his overtake. He's going to close right up through the triangle. You should have him down the start-finish straight.
Oh, he doesn't get quite the exit on to the start-finish at all. Astronaut driving. I think he has a little more downforce onto the front of this car, honestly, on Astronaut. Oh, now Ruda, what a he gets a little more speed coming in through these S's now. And you got to wonder, what is Ruda thinking? When is he going to try and do the overtake? Will he do it through 130R? Will he do it down the front straight? That's what I'm really thinking now. But they are coming through lap traffic as the Peach gets out of the way. Thank you very much, sir. And now they're coming through the hairpin. Both these drivers, very talented, very fast drivers. They're going to not want to give up any of these positions. Ruda, he wants his P2. That would be his best finish of the season. Oh, and he gets a little loose. He has to be so careful. He can't get so close to the apex there. He's got to stay a little bit wider, Ruda. You got to stay wide. As they come through 130R and right, Astronaut, he saw that probably in his back mirror and went, "Thank you. I will continue to hold this this position as long as you do that." And now, Mr. Hood, he is close to Chipsy, but I think those soft tires now might be becoming a problem. Those on Mr. Hood. Mr. Hood's in at 46% wear. Same with Ruda. Ruda's in at 46% wear, but he is all over the back of Astronaut, who is going to have tire problems here. He is at 50% wear. Wouldn't be surprising if the grip levels, if he heard the message, grip levels might fall off soon.
Just cannot seem to get it done. And looks like Mr. Hood has built a little bit of a gap back up to Chipsy. Now this is where Ruda struggled on the exit last time. He does it a lot better this time. But again, Astronaut defending hard and has just as good of exit as Ruda.
Yeah, Ruda now, he has to stay close on this. He does do a nice job there. Now let's see if he can stick right on the back with him this time, because he lost quite a bit of time last lap as we are heading into lap number 26 here shortly. And there we go. Ruda doing a nice job. He actually is sticking on the back of him this time. Now the DRS is going to come alive for Ruda.
The exit again for Astronaut. Just so much better there.
It is so much better. But Ruda getting that DRS. He's using that overtake button. He's going to go on the inside. Now looking on the outside. But that DRS is going to fall right off in the turn number one. But Ruda, he's doing a great job here. He is trying to keep the pressure going on to Astronaut, who is at 17% ERS, and Ruda sitting at 30%. So Ruda, he has to conserve it a little bit here as we are heading down to the we're on the penultimate lap now. And Van, he falls down to P11, and C. Josh goes up to P10. But in Rogue, he is still holding on to that lead. 11 seconds here as we are heading into the final 2 laps of this race. Now, Ruda, he doesn't get quite the exit he would probably liked on that, but he's going to use that overtake as we come through the last few turns, and he's going to have to get a great exit here. He's going to have to use it. He is pushing very hard. He got loose here 2 laps ago, but he doesn't get loose this time, and now he's going to push. Can he find the slipstream down 130R? He's getting right on there. He's finding the slipstream, going through the kink now, and now he's going to just try and get right onto the back through the Bermuda Triangle. He goes to the cut. Oh, I bet he got a track warning for that, but I think he had one to spare. But now he gets an okay exit and gets that DRS. He's getting closer each lap as we're heading down to the final lap of this race. And he's going to go down the outside. No! And he's sticking right with him. It's wheel-to-wheel action here at Apollo Racing Club as they go down through the S turns now. And Rudy's going to try and find the opening. He goes through.
Oh, hold it. Oh, God. Oh, no.
And Ruda, he ruins his chances for a P2. And now he has to try and get back onto the track before Mr. Hood. Now Mr. Hood, he's going to sweep in and take the P3.
His tires are molten lava. He can't get going again.
Oh, no. Ruda, he falls down, and now Astronaut, he's going to secure that P2. And here comes Rogue. Rogue drove a magnificent race. The man, he started on pole. He hasn't had a great he's never had a great qualifying and won a race here at Apollo Racing Club. But now he is coming across the line with 1 race to go, with 2 races to go, and 1 step closer to the championship. And what a race from him. And now we're seeing a battle between Gypsy and Rogue towards the finish. I don't think it's going to be enough, though, as Ruda, he is going to be taking his P3, and Astronaut, he's going to be P2 in this race. What a great race from him. And now here comes Mr. Hood. He's going to come through on P3 and fall behind with his Gypsy. And Ruda falling down to P5. Sim Black Fox comes in P6, and Sahil coming down the checkered line in P7. But Bushka with the best finish of the season in P8, followed by Righteous Fire, his teammate, in P9, and Van coming across the line in P10. He's getting some points for the Renault team, followed by C. Josh in P11, but he had a penalty, and that's going to give the action P11. Stewie 3K is going to be coming across the line very soon as well. Into P13, followed then by Nile and then the Peach. And that's going to do it for this race. What a race here we had, Fife.
That was amazing, man. They were just really going at each other there at the end. Yeah, you got to love the way that ended. That was amazing racing.
Chat gave me a justification on why Van deserves this week's driver of the day. I don't think he does.
He's got spirit. He's got spirit, kid. Now make sure you capture the race director at the end of the race, please.
Yes. Good working through the field. He was P10. There was guys who did a much better, I thought had a much better race. Actually, I kind of agree with the game on this one. Mr. Hood picking up a podium at the end of this race.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, he had a drive of his life, in my opinion. Yeah, not too bad.
Well, the gaps did get pretty spread out there. That's why we were kind of focusing on the front. You know, we tried to keep up with the mid-pack while they were all close together, but they did tend to get spread out.
Kia, you cannot justify this. There is, jeez. I'm not
Don't feed the trolls.
I am not feeding him anymore. But who was your driver of the day?
I don't have one. Sorry. um, I'm not naming a driver of the day just because chat. That's why.
Hey, I'll be the guy that people hate on this one. You know, honestly, Mr. Hood. He deserves our driver of the day. He had to drive quite well in this race to achieve that P3. So, but
It was great defending from Astronaut, not to take anything away from him. That was a hell
yeah,
of a race from those guys at the front.
there was so many times in this race. There was a lot of great talent out there. It's hard to pick just one driver of the day.
Very true.
So we're gonna we'll make sure to keep this interview short, Fife.
I gotta get up at 4:30.
Give me a second here. I gotta get down to the voice channels, and we're gonna bring in our race winner, Rogue. We haven't talked to Rogue in quite a while.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
Good evening.
Rogue,
Hello.
congratulations. You finally quali on pole, and you win a race. How do you feel?
No, right? It's once in a lifetime. Pretty good. Pretty good. I actually did over 30 minutes of practice before the race, so maybe that's why. But who knows?
Strange. Practice helps.
Strange. I know, right? It's
Yeah.
weird. It's
Your
weird to
teammate
practice.
made a hell of a ending for us too. He was really pushing Astronaut. I had predicted a Ferrari 1-2 tonight and really wanted it for you guys.
Yeah, we were hoping for it, and I mean, I was telling him in the chat to, now or never, last lap, but I heard he went for it in the S's, and that's not really a good spot. So, but unlucky. Still good points though for both of us.
Yeah.
Get that
Mm-hmm.
constructors too. So
Well, great
Well,
racing.
You are one win away from securing the championship, and we have 2 more races left. Do you think you have what it takes to take it home here?
what do we got? We got Spa and
We have Spa
Interlagos.
and Brazil.
I'd say I'm pretty solid at Brazil. Spa, I don't know if I won last year or not. I think I might have been close, but if I did, but I'd say I have a pretty good shot next week. If not, then I mean, I just gotta finish good relative to Chipsy. I think he's the closest person right now. So,
Yep.
yeah, should be able to secure it. Hopefully, knock on wood. Don't want to crash out, but
Hey, it could
hope for
happen.
the
You could.
best.
I mean, this season has had quite. It's had its up and downs, and being able to keep that first place in the championship has been pretty nice for you. How do you look at the past few weeks and the performance you had and the struggles you had, and looking forward right now?
I mean, definitely those first like round 6 and 7. Those were pretty rough. Especially in Austria, man, I was so just heated. I just did not want to race at all, really, for that. But yeah, I'd say looking back on it, it's. I mean, it's not good to have those types of things, but then it just brings you back a little bit. And last week for sure, I was definitely really, really mad at myself. I mean, I had that win. I was so fast around there, and I just made so many stupid mistakes. But it's nice to finally have one race where I don't bin it for
For
once and
sure.
don't make mistakes. So yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Well, congratulations, Rogue. You are one step closer to putting your hands on the championship, and you secured another victory.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too. Have a good night. Well, Fife, that is another week of Tier 1 action. What a great race we had. What did you think?
I was pumped for that. That was great. F1, I might not enjoy driving it, but I sure do enjoy watching it.
Well, that is going to do it for us tonight. For everybody here at Apollo Racing Club, we thank you for tuning in and watching. Our winner tonight, Rogue, and our driver of the day is Mr. Hood. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you all tomorrow for Tier 2 action. Have a good night.
And I will see you on Friday.
Yes. Well, thank you, everybody. Have a great night.